Yo, what's up, everybody? GM, happy Tuesday, January 21st. It is the first full day of the new crypto administration. We did not get anything as far as executive orders go yesterday during executive order signing day, day one, about crypto. I wonder if that's going to change. Strategic, two big things, I think, on the docket that we want to hear today. One is the strategic reserve, and two is free Ross. Right, I think those are two of the most important things that we need to hear coming out. And maybe three is let's not only the Bitcoin strategic reserve, but let's talk about that altcoin, US-based altcoin strategic reserve. Maybe Solana, some XRP, some USDC, some Ondo, some SWI. You know, there's a couple things that would like to see in that basket. So we'll see what's going on. But GM, before we get into all of that stuff, guys, GM, go ahead. If you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button. You only have to do it one time. I think if you did it three, that'd be net positive. If you did it twice, you would like it and then unlike it, which you don't want to do. At least do that third time, then you go back to liking it. If you are watching on X, go ahead and hit the heart. Number one thing you guys can do to help me out, help the show grow. But also what it does is it like gives you a little pat-ski on the back. You literally could be anywhere on the planet, but you are here hanging out with the Web3 Breakfast crew. So thank you for being here, especially from me to you. Frank, what is up? I see KT in the crowd. Come on up here, brother. Mike and Mike, what's up, guys, in the space? And now remember, there is a Twitter space going as well. If you feel like joining that and you want to join the stage, you are more than welcome to do that. Just navigate yourself on over. If you're watching the stream, you can see up at the top here where it says join the conversation live. Boom. There we go. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully we get a little pumpski today. I think with the traditional markets out yesterday, and maybe if we get a little crypto talk today, now that the stock boys are back at work, you know, we got 30 minutes until the day begins in the TradFi world. So let's see what happens. Gulf of America, love that. I think that's hilarious. I'm not really sure what anybody else thinks about it. We can talk about that here in the chop shop, if you will. KT, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I actually read something this morning that Florida has already used it in an official document because of the state of emergency based on weather coming out of there.
There you go.
And another thing I read was that it is an interesting bit of legal linguistics, because if you ban drilling or ban anything in the Gulf of Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico doesn't exist, then what do you do?
Yeah, I read. I heard that very same thing. I forget where it came from, but it was some guy. It was some video. I don't know if it was a TikTok posted to X or whatever it was, or just some video. But I did see that, and he was saying, "Hey, listen, like read between the lines, guys. Like, you know, the administration banned drilling in the Gulf of Mexico, but if we are the Gulf of America, there's new rules." So it's not just funny. There's strategy with it.
All
right.
Yeah, it's like some people are playing checkers, and this guy's playing that 4D chess you see on Star Trek.
Live long and prosper, my brother.
Stuff. Yes. I'd rather use the Force, but you know, it's all good.
Whatever. To each their own, I suppose. Yeah. I like you guys know me. I purposefully like to confuse everyone and flip-flop that stuff, right? So if there's a Star Wars conversation, I am inherently going to do like a live long and prosper. And if there is you know, it's fun. I've never seen this usually pisses people off, but I have never seen I've never seen probably more than 10 minutes total of Star Wars of anything. And so I was it just wasn't my thing when I was younger. And then I think maybe if that's something that interests my daughter, if she's into Star Wars, then when she is ready for that, we will go down that path. And that's fine. I feel like I'm happier to do that with my child than it was for me to do it myself.
Yeah, the cartoons are real. The Clone Wars cartoons are really good.
Okay.
If you're going to look at something like that. But not to derail, but I was watching yesterday. It just happened yesterday. Somebody posted a video where there was a scene in the second of the newer Star Trek movies where Khan blew off the side of the ship in an R2D2 unit. An R2 unit flew out the window, and it's got to be one of those. You got to hit pause at the right spot, but I'll give it a 50-50 shot that the special effects guys had some shenanigans.
There you go. I don't discredit that at all.
Nope. It's like potatoes and Empire Strikes Back. They're in there.
I will take your word for
Out
it.
in space. Yep.
Because as I mentioned, I don't know much about it.
No, it's all good.
But hey.
So what's your take on all the shenanigans from yesterday? I mean, might as well get into it.
As far as what, like, because it seems like there was probably a lot.
The topic that you feel most empowered to talk about, because there is way too much to throw into 1 hour.
Well, we could skim off the top, I suppose.
Sounds like a plan.
You bring it up.
What about the Elon Musk Nazi salute?
You know what? Nah, fuck that. That's ridiculous.
It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, but it's stupid though. It's not. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, somebody is like, you've seen all the other pictures that have gone around where it's like you've got Elizabeth Warren, you've got Barack Obama, you've got about 95 other politicians doing the exact same thing. Yet, it's like everybody just loves to be a dirtbag piece of shit, right? Like, I don't know.
I just love how it got blown out of proportion so much. It's just, the internet, right? It's just so funny.
Yeah, like everybody's just
it's not internet. It's liberals that want something to cry about. Oh my God, it's the Nazi salute. Oh my God, it's the rich oligarchy. So, never mind.
I'll tell you what, it's been so I had seen some posts. It's really interesting. Like, if you like watch faces and you kind of paid attention yesterday, it's like you can tell who, some of the people in the deep state, they got the pardons yesterday. They were kind of being targeted during Trump's speech, kind of being called out to their face. They're squirming in their seat. I think, not that drain the swamp's an actual thing. We know that, the government is corrupt and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like, hopefully things get better. Hopefully things for crypto get better. Like, I think that's at the end of the day, like, all of our lives.
Hey, so they are pushing really hard for to be able to crypto payment everywhere. They're pushing that shit super hard, bro. I've seen nothing but commercials over that shit over the last few days, talking about helping businesses getting crypto integrated into them. Helping people learn how to pay for stuff in crypto. Like, I've seen a lot of commercials and advertisement for that shit. Yeah, even Bank of America, like, all types of shit, bro. It's crazy. Yeah,
man, that's crazy. I don't have TV. We don't subscribe to TV at the house, so I don't ever watch any commercials or anything. So that's interesting to see. So, like, just like on the local main channels, like, they've got crypto commercials coming out.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'll be on YouTube, all that shit.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
The Cointelegraph Twitter talks about it.
Fuck Cointelegraph.
I think I heard something.
Cointelegraph posted the scam Baron link yesterday. Cointelegraph can fuck off. Like, nobody should be getting anything from Cointelegraph.
Well, it's just the first one I saw. I'll go see what else I can find.
I saw yesterday the CEO of like Bitcoin Magazine was saying that, like, there are some crypto what do you call executive orders, but they're in like the top 200, so they're not going to be like hit right away. And he's pretty sure that they're going to see like banks being able to still like hold Bitcoin and like sell it to their customers. Like, we talked yesterday, like, as shitty as maybe some of the coin drop stuff was with the Trump and the Melania thing, like, at the end of the day, like, what you're seeing right now, and this is the shit that we've been talking about. We literally have been talking about it for months now, with mass adoption, with institutional government, and then retail. And what have I been saying? Like, the government's going to come out and say crypto's okay. Well, what the fuck does Trump coming out and launching a meme coin say about crypto? That it's fine, right? That it's okay. And, like, was it whoever advised him to do it the way that it happened, I think was maybe dog shit, but maybe it had to be done before the inauguration for legal purposes.
All right. All right. 1 hour ago, Bank of America's CEO says financial industry will jump into crypto if payments regulators allow it, and that's from CNBC.
Huh. Well, I mean, we know the Bank of America for internal transactions 100% through XRP. So Bank of America's fully embracing crypto. So you gotta love to, you just love to hear how this is like, guys, like some of us have been in this space for the same amount of time, maybe longer, maybe some people are newer. It doesn't matter. Like since 2017, that's when I got in. Like this was like mass adoption is what we've been talking about, and like it's happening. This is it. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. I don't know if I said that correctly. It sounded funny coming out, but you understand, like, this is it. This is it. This is the moment. Like, so pack your fucking bags, baby.
We need to honestly upgrade our banking system. It's so like fucking archaic. Like I was going on my bank app yesterday and it doesn't even load. It just takes fucking forever to log in. My crypto.com, 2 seconds I'm in and out. Gotta do what I gotta do. It works. But like the fucking big 5 banks, we have 5 banks in Canada, and one of the biggest ones can't even get their fucking app to work.
Wow. Once you guys become the 51st state, you'll have better banking, you'll have better everything. Everything will be better for you guys when you become the 51st state. So welcome in advance. And we appreciate, honestly, it's like a quid pro quo. You guys get like everything nice, and then we can now say that the finest maple is American made. I'm really excited about that. That's really exciting for me. No, that didn't go over. I take it. I didn't even get any emojis from any of the Canadians in the crowd. Damn, man, rough crowd this morning. All right.
I was replying to Meg on Twitter. Sorry, I was in the middle of a text.
Nah, that's cool. It's cool. I get it.
So we're gonna have some maple shots at the blockchain Northwick or blockchain in Toronto event. So
yeah. I think Meg was talking. She got she was gonna get some maple shooters. We're gonna do some maple shots. We'll have some. Maybe we'll get some opportunity to. It depends on when do you tap maple. Do you tap it in the winter or do you tap it in the summer?
I think I don't know if it's in the winter, but like it's colder. It's fall, isn't it?
You do it in the winter because the maple it comes down the tree when it gets cold, so that's when you tap it.
All right, so we won't.
You got to. Good.
I was going to say, so we won't be able to do it when we're there for the conference, but maybe at some point we could come in for a special. We could maybe buy can we buy like some land that has the maple trees, and we can start our own Web3 Breakfast maple syrup?
That'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Or should we just white label it, buy some white label, and then like get a good NFT to be on the label? Frank, maybe we can do allow when the transformation happens and we can use the IP. We just need a good looking one.
I like your plan here.
I mean, like that, it's always, that's got to be the idea, right? Like for some of us that have been in the space for a while, and that's like what I tell you guys, like I had a mutant back in the last run, and my goal is to, get myself an actual Bored Ape, and it's just kind of because I want, and even if they don't go back to whatever their all-time high was, like that's not the point. Like the point is like, going back to the nostalgia of it, or like kind of, through part of your journey, and then you also know that you could create brand around it because you own the IP. And so, I mean, there's several business ideas that I've got, that I will implement throughout the rest of my life that, I think using IP from recognizable NFTs is a good thing, as long as it's like still around. There's no reason why it wouldn't make for a good brand logo or whatever.
Swing for the fences, man. I mean, I read that IP is coming back because Aunt Jemima's getting her bottle back and getting the pancake mix back, or the syrup back. So do it.
Nah, dude, nobody wants Aunt Jemima. That's bullshit. That stuff is sugar bullshit.
No, not yours. I'm just saying that the IP, she's going back on it's not Pearl Milling anymore. So grab your Bored Ape or whatever and swing away.
Yeah, I love that. And we'll do like a spicy. We'll do a couple different. Like, is that a thing? Can you? Like, I don't even know, but I feel like because all right. So recently, this past weekend, we made sausage crumbles and then put it into the waffle batter and made sausage waffles, right? And so that's really good with syrup. Now I took it to the next level in my mind, thinking like I would actually like it to have spicy syrup. Is spicy syrup something that you can get? Is that something you guys have in Canada? Spicy syrup?
I have never heard of spicy syrup. I've heard of like there's a place that I've been to. They do like chicken and waffles. It's called Dirty Bird, and they have like a garlic maple syrup, which is actually pretty nice to dip your chicken and your waffles in.
I think I'm gonna try that tonight. I think I'm gonna try some buffalo sauce and some maple syrup together and see what spicy like. But then you got to try it with a couple different hot sauces because buffalo sauce might not be the right one. Maybe that is, you get the vinegar from the Tabasco. Maybe this is more of it would work better with Tabasco. I don't really know. Also, has anybody tried like the spicy crunchy stuff where it's like dehydrated garlic, crushed red pepper, and like spicy chili oil, and like you put that shit on like Indian food? Man, that shit is so fucking good.
I have not. That sounds pretty good though.
I will take a picture of it and I will post it for you guys later today when I'm home. Because I'm telling you, like, if you can find this stuff, it is so good. Like, it is so good. It's like really good on Indian food. It's really good on like Mediterranean food. Man, I'll tell you what. Delicious.
Hey, I got one for you.
Go for it.
I got one for you. All right, bacon wrapped shrimp with pepper jelly. You're gonna do a red pepper jelly with that, not a green.
All right. I usually will only eat shrimp in sushi, but because you're saying bacon wrapped shrimp, I will definitely try that. And with like that, like glaze on it, man, that sounds delicious. Pepper jelly is so good. If you guys have never had pepper jelly, like, man, were you sleeping on
it? You guys are making me fucking hungry. Holy shit.
I'm glad when we have like foodie talks because I know deep down inside most y'all are foodies, just like me, and so I love that. Love when we do that.
This is why I'll never see my abs because I like food too much.
Oh, dude, just start like doing. Man, I'm just like, it's funny. I was just feeling like I'm feeling my rib cage in a way that I have not felt since definitely college. And I told you guys like I'm in like the best shape, but like I'm telling you, man, like do the workouts like you're gonna fight, man. It's different. It's totally different. It just melts the fat off your body. Again, I'm feeling my ribs. It's crazy. You can hear them.
Yeah, it's all about the quantity. You can have the awesome food, just don't eat the whole damn table worth.
Or just work out extra hard if you want to eat the whole damn table worth. But no, you're right. It's all about how you regulate. It's it's the quality and the quantity. I don't know if I said that right. It doesn't matter. Beardo, you've had your hand up way too long. What's up, brother?
Everything. I was gonna say that I've never seen like spicy maple syrup, but I've made like when I've done like bang bang cauliflower before. Maple syrup is definitely something that you put in it. Like it's supposed to be something else. There's like I forget the name of it, but it's like kind of an ingredient that's like a thickener that's common in like Asian food. But you can supplement with instead using like honey or maple syrup is one of the options. So it'd probably be good.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if I wanted to make spicy syrup. I got to do maple syrup.
I think ChatGPT is going to tell you it's going to go to 0.
What is?
Your spicy maple syrup is going to go to 0.
Okay, so I said if I wanted to make spicy maple syrup, would wing style hot sauce or a Tabasco style be better, or would you recommend something else? It is saying choosing the right flavor, evaluating options. When making spicy maple syrup, the best hot sauce really depends on what flavor profile you want. Maple is quite sweet and rich, so the key is balancing that sweetness with a complementary heat rather than overpowering it. Here's how different sauces tend to work. Wing-style hot sauce often has a tangy, buttery flavor. Can bring nice balance of heat and tang, but it might introduce a bit of savory, buttery note that doesn't always pair neatly with maple. Tabasco sauce, known for a sharper, more vinegary bite, thinner consistently, delivers straightforward heat that's bright and a bit acidic. Other great options: chipotle, chili flakes, sriracha, gochujang, and harissa. There you go.
So
I
what
don't know
did
what my
some looking
dad
while
does
you were-
is he gets hot peppers and puts it in oil. But if you're just to add the oil that's sitting in with the hot peppers into the
That
maple
you know
syrup.
what, Mike, you're a genius. I'm ordering some Calabrian chili oil today because I want that anyway for pizza, and so I'm doing that, and then I'm going to get, or I have to go to an oil shop. I've got the car, so maybe I'll just go to an oil shop. So Meg commented, said sriracha and maple. Definitely gonna try that. I'm gonna do a couple different flavors. I will do little samples of everything to see which, because I honestly, it sounds like something I'm gonna like. And so I'm gonna want to know which one I want. And I don't want this to be like, this weekend on the waffle, I'm trying this, and then next weekend I'm trying that. And it takes me like 3 months to figure it out. Like I want to know right now so that next weekend when I have my waffles, because I only eat waffles on the weekend, although I did have one today because I made one for Emmy, and I just like said, you know what, fuck it, I'm having one for myself too. But I wanted to put some spicy syrup on it today, but I didn't. But so we'll for this weekend, I will know which one I want. Go ahead, KT.
So yeah, I was looking, and something you might be able to do today now is start out with cayenne pepper and paprika to taste. That's one thing I saw the top 5 or 6 when on my Google search. Those were the place to start to see where you like it as far as the heat.
I will put cayenne. That will be one of the samples. Cayenne. I traditionally am not a cayenne fan. I don't like it for whatever reason. I love spicy stuff. Cayenne is just not my favorite spice flavor for whatever reason.
Is your life that boring that you got to go spice up maple syrup?
What kind of question is that? My life is not boring. I just like spicy food. And like, if I had a spicy, it'd be like, okay, so if I've got to get out from the fridge, the hot sauce and then the syrup and then make it, like, it removes a lot of steps if I just naturally, because if it's as good as I think it's going to be, then I will always just want spicy syrup. And then this way it saves me a step every time, is just to have my own spicy syrup. Is that too much to ask? Am I sounding like a diva right now?
Hey, be frank. Life's a siesta. You got to spice it up.
Thank you, Mike.
I definitely feel like you're on this hill alone.
You rugged through half of that. Something about being on the hill alone.
Yeah, I think you're on the hill alone here.
I mean,
everything's
listen, I know that I am. I'm in a room full of Canadians, literally a room. Like they're even littered in the crowd, and not even them would throw up emojis for spicy syrup. So it's like I tell you, like I am a man walking among myself here, and that's okay. That's all right. When I invent spicy syrup, and you guys are all begging for another case because you love it so much, I'm just telling you, like, you know.
First of all, they're future Americans and they have future rights.
True. And so by that, I won't make you pay for the case, but I will make you pay for shipping. And that's the right that you have, is that you will be able to pay for the shipping of case that I give to you. There you go. The coupon code to save when you order online will literally only cover the cost of the product itself, not the shipping.
Is Trump going to put a tariff on that, or?
Yeah. Working with the Trump team directly to tariff all of this. And we are going to be importing the maple as well from your local area. So I just actually need to know, what is the best location to source my maple from in Canada? Is there like a region where it's better?
You got to do it like any other American. You got to call it Canadian maple syrup and get your maple syrup from Vermont.
Yeah,
I was just going to say the same thing. My brother lives up in New Hampshire, up near Vermont, and there's a spot about 3 miles away where there's like 15, 20 acres. All the maple trees are all hooked up with drip lines, and there's hoses, and it's a huge production.
But so it's just like, it's not you have to boil it, right? And like it takes a while to turn it into something that you actually want to eat. Like it's not, if you couldn't just
Yeah.
drink it, like put it on your pancakes out of the tree, right?
Uh,
Excuse my
you
naivete.
could.
By the way,
No, you
excuse
could.
my naivete. All right.
Yeah, you can. We used to tap it when I was in elementary school. There were a bunch of maple trees out in front of the school, and we would go out in the fall and tap the trees and do stuff with it. But it's nowhere near what you want for the table
Okay.
right out of the tree.
All right.
Yeah, Quebec would be one of the best places in Canada to get maple syrup. That's where they do a lot of it out there.
So that's where we want to buy some land. Are we gonna? Do I need to go until we make you guys one of our states? Do I need to? Is it probably better to go through one of you guys as the liaison? It's like starting, from what I understand, it's like starting a business in Dubai. If you, as a foreign corporation or person or whatever, want to start a business in Dubai, you have to have like a Dubai resident liaison. That's basically 51%. Majority shareholder of your business. They because their name's on all the paperwork. It's basically how it all gets through. It's very interesting. I don't know if I need that for Canada or not.
I think it's kind of like the US. You just have to invest a certain amount and then also hire a certain amount of employees.
You have to get like permits and stuff too up here. There's like restrictions on like who can tap and sell it. Like you can tap it and just give it away, I'm sure. But if your intention is to like sell it, you need like special permits for that. They can
Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't piss off the maple mafia.
Okay, so that's my next question. I know that this conversation is not about crypto at all, and in a few minutes when we reset the room, we'll shift into crypto today. And so my last question, man, now I forgot it, but it has to do. You were talking about the maple mafia. What is there like? What are the people like? Okay, this is what the question was. Is there, you've got certain subsects of people in the community, right? You got the garbage men, you've got the Wall Street brokers, you've got people that play different roles. The people who are the tree tappers and the syrup makers. What kind of like demographic are they? What kind of people are they? Are they hillbillies? Are they sophisticated?
That's racist.
I know.
I would put them on the same level as like a farmer. If they're doing it on scale, sometimes people just do it as like hobbies, right? But if you're doing it on scale, you're probably in the same line as a farmer.
Yep.
Okay.
Totally agree.
All right. Good to know.
But your comment about the mafia part of it, you got to be careful. My brother got some land up in Maine where blueberries are really big in the area. He had got his land, and one of the guys' patches, the neighbor's patches, goes over into my brother's land, and the previous owner let him use it and let him harvest the berries because it's just land. And the guy tried to have a come to Jesus talk with my brother about the blueberries. And my brother's like, dude, I don't care. I just wanted the land. Take the berries and do what you want with them. But he was like reaching behind the seat for the whatever's back there in case my brother wasn't agreeing, kind of mad.
When you said Patches, I thought you meant like that was his name. Patches O'Houlihan.
Oh, no.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, the way you said it, literally, I was just like, all right, so this dude's name is Patches. And then you're like, and then I'm thinking like, oh no, he's talking about like a blueberry patch. Got it.
Yeah. Acres of it though. And they're the same thing with maple syrup out in the woods. They are very protective. And depending on what state you are, they can say hi with a lot more than a handshake and a wave.
Do you have to apologize? No, that's the Canadian thing. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a Canadian, not here.
Yeah.
Hey, Tabernac, you don't tap my maple tree.
Yeah. I can just imagine the syrup mafia. Speaking of the syrup mafia, guys, if you like syrup on any of your breakfast breads, any of your breakfast meats, if you just like syrup in general, man, go ahead and smash the like button. I appreciate it. I see that we've got
regular.
What's that?
We're talking about regular syrup.
Yeah, because I haven't invented spicy syrup yet. So starting next week, I will.
I was just making sure I could hit the like button. My
Oh
bad.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. If you just like grade A, dark amber, grade A, amber. If you were a Aunt Jemima fan, that's even cool too, guys. Smash the like button. If you happen to be watching on X, go ahead and hit the heart. Appreciate you.
All right, so it's halftime, but quick question: favorite global commercial, like large scale commercial syrup brand? Mine's Mrs. Butterworth's.
No, you are speaking to the wrong audience, brother. You got a room full of Canadians who probably eat nothing but Kraft. And then I get we get like some, I think we get some local, not local, we get some Kraft thing from wherever. I don't think it's Canadian. I don't even know if it's Canadian, but I think it's organic. That's
awesome.
Important.
No, I'm just curious if anybody actually gets the stuff off the shelf, or most people, because I don't really eat a whole lot of syrup, but when I do, I like that buttery whatever. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I get the Aunt Jemima or old Pearl Mill.
You can't do that. You sign when you were born, you signed a thing. You can only have craft maple, and if you're anyway. All right. We'll have to have that conversation another day. I can't believe it that you guys would sacrilege maple syrup like that with Pearl Mill. Or
we can make a space called the Maple Mafia.
Listen, sounds like I got to be the fucking leader of the craft Maple Mafia, and that's fine.
Is that the Canadian version of the? Is that the Canadian version of the Web3 Breakfast Club? Modern Canadian.
Isn't Kraft American? Isn't French is Canadian?
No, not craft like that. I mean, like, craft beer, craft artisanal. I'll use artisanal. This way people don't get mistaken that I'm not like an arts and craftsy kind of guy making scrapbooks and shit. Fine. Artisanal Maple Club. Let's go. Who's in?
I'm in. I'm down. That sounds awesome.
All right.
I thought it would just be the Spicy Maple Club.
You guys are making me think about this too much now.
And then if we get tattoos, it'll be like a Soul Bay, but just drawn in maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Yeah. All right. I like Crypto Antagonist saying the Maple Mafia. There we go. We're gonna have an NFT collection and a coin coming out soon, just so you guys know. The Maple Mafia. That's us. That's all of us. And I know that you guys are like the direct source, my Canadian brothers and sisters of the Maple itself. Collectively, we are now the Maple Mafia. If we want to ditch the Web3 Breakfast, we could do that. We are now the Maple Mafia. So,
no, the Maple Mafia has to be the Canadian version of the show.
No,
I don't know how Corey's gonna feel.
They're too soft. They're too soft. That's not. They'll never be able to be the leader of the Maple Mafia. They've got to.
It'll be just a show of them apologizing to each other.
I know. It'd just be nothing. Oh, sorry. What are you sorry about? Oh, I don't know. Sorry. What are you sorry about? Sorry. Maple. Sorry. I'm kidding. You guys know I'm kidding.
Why do I feel like we're getting down the main script of a Letterkenny episode here all of a sudden?
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, which one of us is moving south because they can't handle the cold again? Can you just remind me, Chichen?
That'd be me. That'd be me.
Is it because your penis gets really soft when it's cold out?
No, it's because my hands get so incredibly cold.
See, you antagonize the aggressive Canadian.
There it is.
Sounds like some soft behavior to me, Chichens.
Yeah, super soft party coming soon.
No, it's just about having thin blood. Okay, Hash. So it has nothing to do with being. It has nothing to do with being soft or weak. It's just have thin blood.
Right, because thin blood as an excuse is like the hardest thing any man's ever said. I'm a hemophiliac. Oh no.
All right.
You know,
how are you feeling today, Hash? Coming in hot and heavy. I love it. I love it. What are you thinking about the markets? It's crypto time. Let's talk.
Oh baby, let's do it. Markets are cooked. I don't know. Everybody's all like, "Oh no, everything's over," but like, aren't we still over 104,000 Bitcoin or something like that?
Like at 103.7.
Yeah, these moving goalposts are like very hard to keep track of because like 90,000, two weeks ago was like the world is over. Now 103,000, the world is over. I'm great with this. Like if we can just keep making higher highs, and higher lows on our "it's over, we're so back," that sounds like it's a bullish trend to me.
It's over. We're so back. It's over. We're so back. We could probably make a song about that. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, we're gonna have some more volatility coming through this. I mean, you look at some of the candles on the daily, like we've got some wicks. I think Ondo is starting to see a little bit more volatility lately too, which is really good. I love to see that. I think there are some other coins, HBAR. Who's the one, or XRP 310? That thing's taken a little dive since it hit 350 the other day or whatever. So it's like, man, I tell you what, volatility is good, especially if you're trading, right? You don't want sideways markets. You would love to see a little ups and downs so that that's where the money's made, inside those moves, right? And collectively, I think we can all agree that all in all, the market is moving up and to the right. So quit your fucking bitching.
Yeah, it's been tough trading lately. Like I've had a lot of good things that were like perfect patterns, breaking out of the pattern, and then this Trump coin comes out and sucked liquidity from like every fucking project, and all my trades got stopped out. So I was like, okay, when is altcoin season coming? Like Ethereum is like just doing so terrible, but I can't really see altcoin season coming without Ethereum making a new all-time high.
I honestly thought with the Trump team announcing that they bought $47 million worth of Ethereum yesterday, that we would have seen a bigger push on that coin and some of the other coins on that list, right? There was like, however, I think we can all agree that industry-wide, like us that are in this, kind of think about all of this with mixed emotions, right? Like, fuck, like you took all of our liquidity and you made your bag huge with the coins that some of y'all sold to get the Trump coins. Damn. We got played, right? Did we get played? Is that how we got to look at it?
I think the way it comes is there's going to be a lot of people that made money with the meme coins. There are also going to be people that are going to get wrecked because they're probably coming in late to the party now. Because these things you got to get on like when they get launched, and it was fun for the weekend, but like now it's kind of like leveled up, and we don't really know if it's going to ever have another wave again.
Speaking of,
I feel like this is just advertisement for Bitcoin. Like people just go back to like their safer assets, and it's just you gotta let this meme thing play out.
The liquidity will flow back into these safer haven assets for sure. I apologize if anybody. I ended up. I totally actually forgot that I had bought that Cuba coin until this morning, and then had seen that it had totally fucking rugged. And so that was a stinker. Holy shit, it looks like it ripped today, but then dumped. We'll see. Maybe this thing will make a comeback. Who knows? But
it got CTO'd. It got CTO'd. I listened to them talk about it in Mario space.
Okay.
So as normal CTOs go, that would make sense to me. They pumped it, got their money out, and then fucking took off.
Yeah. I missed that. That was what time was that this morning? 7:30 this morning. If I had remembered that I'd bought that fucking coin, I'd have been paying attention, but I forgot until I was actually back here at the office kind of setting up for the show. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. How's that one doing? And then I looked at the chart and I was like, oh, okay. Cuba rugged. Now we don't know if that was actually the country of Cuba, right? Doubtful.
Well, maybe they do the same thing to their own people, right? They run their own people, so it makes sense.
That's rough. Wait. I got something for that. Hey, Mike will be here all week. Tip your waitress. All right. Let's go to Crypto Cracker. What's up, fam?
Hey, yes, I mean, as far as speaking in regards to, the altcoin season, and as far as Bitcoin, I mean, we've been moving up with Bitcoin since December 22. So I think everybody's been expecting, Trump to get the presidency. So I think the altcoin season, we're just going to have to be a little patient waiting on that because a lot of the liquidity moved out of the altcoins into Bitcoin, I think expecting the Bitcoin reserve, right, for Trump to issue that. And I think that's where people are still sort of at, right? I think they're still waiting to see what happens. So we're just going to have to be patient. And I think at some point, it will probably correct, you know what I mean? And then that's when the altcoin season will probably, money will flow into it. I don't know. That's just a thought.
Well, we'll see what happens today, right? Obviously, day two, I think, Mike, I believe it was Mike, you had said that, this is probably some of the crypto stuff is in the top 100 things of, things to accomplish. And so we'll get to it possibly today or whatever it may be. I know yesterday there was a post that somebody had posted, and it got some pretty good attention because Elon commented on it, and it had to do with the free Ross thing. And Elon said, basically, like, he considered done, like, they are going to free Ross. And so that is something that we would love to see happen very soon here. This is going to piss some people off, and I honestly don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care if we do a strategic reserve here in the US. I don't care of Bitcoin. I am way more excited about the rumor of the strategic US coins, of all the altcoins that we are collectively invested in, right? The Solanas, the XRPs, the Ondos, the whatever, USDCs, even it doesn't matter, right? There's no price fluctuation on that. There shouldn't be much, but that whole idea that excites it to me, honestly. And let's hear what you guys think about that. What excites you more? A strategic reserve of Bitcoin or a strategic reserve of altcoins that we all hold probably a lot more of than Bitcoin?
I was more excited about them working in the crypto payments and like everywhere in your everyday businesses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but are you ready to start spending money on regular everyday items in crypto?
No, but that means that they're going to get people to start buying more crypto, or your everyday person will start buying it and using it for transactions like a dumbass.
It's not necessarily good though. Like having financial institutions, like, having the financial institutions make that product available.
Hell no. You've been in here screaming financial institutions for how long now?
Well, people are not going to drop their fucking banks. Like, but if they can buy crypto, like if they can buy cryptocurrency in their bank account and hold it there, maybe they've got some. Listen, the custodial thing drives me crazy, and I get it. It's great for mass adoption. Once people finally figure it out, then they decide to self-custody their shit. That's what you should do. But until you're ready for it, you shouldn't do that because you're going to get fucking smoked. That's what happens. So until you're ready to self-custody, it is way more advantageous for you to have an entity custody for you. If that makes sense. But I don't advocate for it at all. Self-custody is what crypto is all about, but that's how people lose. And until you know what you're doing, as long as you have exposure to the ecosystem and you have the opportunity, like say, and maybe there are other entities where it's like Robinhood. I don't know if Robinhood has changed their thing where you can buy, but you can't remove. But maybe that's how the bank starts, right? Where you can buy the crypto, but it has to stay there. You're not allowed to withdraw it. That sucks, but it's at least exposure. And at least if you have some kind of notification or some kind of advance notice that we are going to implement that at some point where you can send that to an external wallet, but for now it's internal, then great. Like a lot of services that we all use started that way. Cash App was that same way. You couldn't send that Bitcoin to an external wallet, and I don't think that you could send you didn't have like a public address when it first launched. You could just buy it in the app, and that's it. And a lot of us did that on good faith that at some point that they were going to make good on that agreement that was something that could be sent and received externally, right? And so that furthered the capabilities of that particular service and allowed people like me to use. I like Cash App. I think it's fantastic. You got a card, boom, boom, boom. You can swipe it. It's a Visa. You got a routing number and a bank account, boom, 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 and you can buy Bitcoin. It's only Bitcoin right now. Hopefully at some point that will change, but it's probably not going to because the founder is a maxi. Anyway, we got too many hands and that was a rant. My apologies. I don't know whose hand was up first. Let's go to what I see, Neil. And then we'll go from there.
I was just going to say, I was kind of surprised to see the airdrone finance on there. That kind of got me bullish. I've been wanting to pick that up below $1, and I missed it on the 13th. But, I guess it can still happen again. We can go back down.
We could. I mean, someone draw the fib on it and see where it's at in the zone. You know what I mean? I see we got some we'll get some comments on YouTube really quick. Corey's saying Trump just started ripping. He said he agrees in his opinion, which you owe some money into the change jar, Corey, for dropping your opinion on there, which is fine. Self-custody is more dangerous for most people than custodial. Agree. If you don't know what you're doing, 100%. If you, yeah, 100%. If you can't control yourself, if you have no regard for like money or whatever, I know that's a stupid thing to say, but you guys understand it. Maybe you should have that shit locked up. Anyway, let's go Crypto Cracker, and then Mike, Modern Canadian, then Beardo.
So as far as what you had said about the Bitcoin reserve, I'm sort of with you, Jay Chains. I'm not really too much, looking forward to that, as I am. I don't know if anyone's looked into the executive order, the 146067. Trump had mentioned a day before the inauguration that he wasn't going to, do anything with the CBDC, the central banking digital currency, that he wasn't going to issue that out. He wasn't in support of that. And that executive order of the 147067 or 146067, one of those, says in that executive order that Biden issued out in 22 that they were looking into doing that. So I think that's going to be, I think he's going to rescind that. And what's huge with that is that it's going to open up the restrictions from all these countries, one, not being able to invest into the United States, and the United States not being able to invest. Like right now, there's restrictions. You can't buy crypto in other countries. I think that's all going to be rescinded with that executive order. So that's a lot of money is going to flow into crypto when that happens. Because right now it's being restricted because of, fraud and, people, they're worried about all that with, that stuff going on. I don't know. I'm excited about that. I'm waiting for that to be ordered out. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it or not, but
no, I wasn't. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Definitely got to learn a little bit more about that.
It's posted. It's posted on my Facebook, or not Facebook, X page. I actually talked about it on my X page.
Well, let's see which post.
I gotta go to my page. It's one of the last.
Here we go. Check out Executive Order 14067.
Yes. Yeah.
Right,
that one.
What I'm gonna do is just post it up in the nest for anybody that wants to make sure that you can go ahead and click on over to that so you can see it and read it and check that out. There we go. Thank you for sharing, brother.
Yep. Check it out.
We'll do. All right, Mike, Modern Canadian, my guy. What's up?
Okay, so you're saying what I'm most excited for. I'm excited for like the government coming and making this process faster, the adoption faster, and making it a little, maybe removing some of the barriers and making things a little easier. I don't think Bitcoin and crypto really needed that. I think it's, if you look at human history, money always goes where it's treated best, and that's because humans will always look for safety. If you look through human history. So this speeds up the process, but this was always inevitable.
You're talking about with kind of everybody getting involved in crypto
adoption, like
yeah,
just adoption in general and more people using it.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I think that the sentiment that Coinbase had shared, I think we had talked about this yesterday in the Ansem post about the Solana wait times, is that they didn't expect that kind of a surge on that ecosystem. I think a lot of us can share that same sentiment kind of about this whole governmental adoption in this push, and we'll lump in the Trump meme coin with it. And I think it kind of, the whole value of it got diluted when they dropped the Melania coin, to be perfectly honest with you. But that being said, the whole idea of what you're seeing, and again, this is the fucking shit that we have been talking now about for months, was the whole idea of mass adoption coming, where let's look at the three legs of the stool, right? You've got the institutional side that was locked and loaded with all the ETFs. That's something that had been coming for years. You got the governmental side, which we said was literally playing out in front of our eyes. You know, it had been going on for a while. The talk about the strategic reserve had happened back in July of last year. We know that El Salvador had built up their nice little nest egg of Bitcoin, and they were buying a Bitcoin every single day. We knew that there were other countries that, you know, as election season was coming out, that was, you know, some of the things that they were talking about were, you know, doing that same kind of thing with the Bitcoin reserve. I think Italy, Turkey, I don't know what other countries they were at this particular moment, but the whole idea of like that was playing out. And then at some point, the government saying out, like, coming out and saying, hey, like, crypto is cool. Like, it's okay for you guys to be involved. It's okay for you guys to be using it. And I think that's what we saw. Again, it waters it down with the Melania thing. So don't get me wrong, but the whole idea of the Trump launch right before his inauguration was him saying to the world, him saying to the US, like, hey guys, we're cool with crypto. Like, this is how it's happening moving forward. And so there it is. Mass adoption is here. Like, we are at the front steps of crypto mass adoption. Whether you guys like it or not, well, you've been waiting for it or not, here it is. Let's do it right. Beardo, my guy.
Yeah. So as far as like the reserve, I mean, I'm obviously not American, I'm Canadian, so either way it doesn't affect me that much. But I am really curious if at some point he's gonna, you know, include Trump coin in one of these reserves, or if he's going to be like, you know, I've been around the crypto markets and a lot of these things are scams, so we're just going to make a reserve of Trump coin because it's the only one that we can trust.
I mean, he controls what, 80% of the supply?
I just want to correct Beardo real quick and just say it doesn't affect him yet.
Well, it does. You're involved. You're in crypto, so like you can hold U.S. based cryptos, and so those, you know, potentially will have a, you know, a price. That this whole idea will have a price impact, right? Whether it's Bitcoin strategic reserve, we're going to see other countries around the world do the same shit. Whether it's some of these U.S. based coins, they're obviously going to see a big influx, and so it does affect you in some way, shape, or form. But it will affect you guys more, obviously, when you become the 51st state. And if this joke pisses you guys off, please let me know. I can stop using it. I don't really know the sentiment of the 51st state thing. How you guys feel about it?
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I've been around spaces for a while, but yeah, I mean, just like generally, like I've been in the space for quite a while. You know, I'm more interested in like the decentralization aspect of crypto than saying this is a U.S. based crypto, so this is going to be successful, where somewhere else, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to trust as much. So I mean, like, yes, there might be kind of broad effects to different things that I have based on policy in the US, but like I don't think it's going to have as much of an effect for me as it would someone that's in the US.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. You know, I think for people who are going to play the market on a speculation level, it will definitely be a different thing than kind of listen. I kind of like split my whole ideas here, right? Like, I am after crypto and blockchain for the revolution. I am also after for the gains, and so I feel like, you know, this is the time to pay attention for gains. And then later, when, you know, we get through whatever this particular cycle is and how long it lasts and what the net result is, you know, once, you know, kind of all the dust settles and we go back and shake things out, that to me is when, you know, I start to settle down with the picks and ideas of where do I want to be long term, right? Like, I feel like, you know, some of the coins that we all invest in on a speculation level are not ones that, you know, maybe 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, are ones that we're going to want to hold. Like, I don't hold really much Bitcoin, but that is something that with this bull run, my plans will change. Like, my plan is to shift a lot of whatever I acquire and make in this bull run into stablecoin throughout the drop. And then once we figure out, or once, you know, I feel like, you know, Bitcoin is at a good price for me, that's where I plan to get the Bitcoin that I will hold for the rest of my life, that will, you know, then go on to my daughter. And so the whole idea, that's the strategy of the bull run, is to make what you can to then move on to where you want to be. I hope that makes sense. But I think we're saying the same thing. So anyway, I I see my guy Turbo made it down in the crowd. Don't be a stranger. Come on up to the stage anytime, man. If you're ever in here, you are more than welcome. And that goes for anybody else that's down there. You guys know the rules. Web3 Breakfast. Come on up stage. Chat with us.
Yo, I miss Turbo.
What's that?
It's been a minute. Miss that guy. I miss that guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. My guy. Turbo made it. There he is. Let's see. What do we have planned for the rest of the week, guys? Today is Taco Tuesday, so hopefully you have. We ended up having. I think I've told you before. Like my wife makes these amazing tofu, like cornflake crusted baked tofu tacos. Well, we put some spicy kimchi on it. Which, by the way, I'll tell you what. We will rip through basically an entire bag of kimchi when we make these tacos. That shit is so good. I didn't know that I liked kimchi as much as I did. I know we started out a foodie episode. We could end this way as well. And so I hope you guys have some good tacos tonight. It is Taco Tuesday. I will be back at 4 p.m. for the show today. I took yesterday off, unless for whatever reason, like we may have like a winter storm here. And so if it starts snowing, I may skedaddle at some point today, but the goal is to do the 4 p.m. show. So if you can tune back in, let's chat the market. Let's find some opportunities. That's where we look at like news and some numbers and maybe get in some trades, look at some charts, look at some of the coins that you guys want to, and see if there's any opportunities to make some money. And we're going to look at some shitters today. Hopefully find something. That's the goal, at least. That is the goal. Does anybody got anything else before we head on out for the day? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I mean, not forever.
Yo, just go out there. Just go out there, have a great day, and let's fucking get it.
There you go. The wise words of the modern Canadian. Go out and get it, man. Have a great day. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for us, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning and afternoon, depending on where you're at. We will see you later today at 4 p.m. Eastern, as we normally do. Strive to do something to make yourself 1% better than you were. And even if it is from the afternoon, to where we were right now this morning, you can improve yourself somehow. Maybe call somebody that you've been meaning to. You've been procrastinating that, right? Maybe you make that phone call today just to check in with somebody to see how they're doing, right? Those are small things that you can do. I know you're helping someone else out by doing that, but it also helps you out because it'll free you mentally of things that you need to be doing. So write down a list, and then anything over number 3, cross off because you won't do it. That's some wise words that I heard one time, and I love that. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your this part of the day. We'll see you this afternoon. Ciao for now.